Hi folks, Sean here, Waving Hard Darts. Hope we're all doing well. On to another video. Today's another quick video, and it's something that a lot of people have been talking about online recently that I've seen, and I just want to wade in on it really. And it's to do with marking a game of darts. Can be the most daunting part of playing the game of darts, is marking. But I want to just let people know that it isn't daunting. You know, I know of people in the past that have said, well, I couldn't go a darts knockout because I'd have to mark if I lose. Yeah, that is technically true. You do have to mark if you lose. You know, you could also be in a situation whereby you might have a friend who goes with you who can mark. Or you might be in a situation whereby you can go to an event and they have markers for you. They're rare, but they happen. But I don't think people should be put off from going to darts knockout because of the marking. I will be honest, I've played darts for many years, as a lot of people know from the channel, and I still get nervous about marking a game of darts. I don't know anyone who doesn't really. You know, and we all make mistakes. We all make mathematical mistakes. But it's how you learn from them. And you know, it's an odd one because I can't explain to you how I mark a game of darts. You know, how I work my adding up and how I work my subtraction out. It's different than others. But don't be fearful. Don't be fearful about marking a game of darts. You know, at home with your computers and everything, yeah, it's done for you. And I think, you know, there is that gap of people who, you know, oh, is it using electric scorers? No, oh, I'm alright, I don't want to play. And I've heard that. I've also heard people in the past pay £50 to someone to mark their day's worth of darts. Don't be fearful of the mark. Let me assure you, if you have the score wrong, the players will tell you. Right? The players will never tell you when you've taken too much off. The good ones will. But they'll always tell you if you haven't taken enough. The problem you've got is there are some players out there that will do it in a polite way that is helpful, and then there will be some players out there, and I'm not going to say that there isn't, because there is. There are some players out there that will do it in a manner which will make you struggle for the rest of your game marking. We're all in it together. What you've got to remember is they're probably the same. They probably don't want to mark either. All we want to do is win our game of darts. You know, I was once told that if you don't want to mark a game of darts in a darts tournament, you need to be good because you need to win every game. Technically that is true. There is some tournaments where you have to go and volunteer to mark, or if you're in the bottom half of the draw, they'll draw you out early to mark. But don't be fearful of the mark. I'm going to give you 3 tips that I do that help me when I'm marking a game. Okay, tip number 1. Add them up as they're hitting the board. Okay, so obviously if we're up here in the 20 section, first dart's gone in, 20. That'll be 40, that'll be 60. You're happy with that, you know that. But prepare for the unexpected. You know, they could be throwing down for the 19s. Treble 19, treble 7, double 19. Them type of scores can come. Don't be worried. The moment they hit the score, step in front of the board and just ask them, or just say, I'm just working the score out. Okay, they may come along and they may go, oh, that's 83. If you're not sure, just say, 1 second, don't worry about it. They'll have been in the same situation. Unless it's Carol Vorderman, okay, they will have been in the same situation. When I first started playing darts in my local pub, we had a calculator to help us. Because the landlord was embarrassed by how bad we were marking. We had a calculator. But we learned. Over time we learned. So my first tip to you is don't panic. Okay, stand there, nice straight side of the board, obviously a bit further back to where I am at the moment. Add them up as they come in. When you're taking your score away, depends how you want to do the taking away. That is probably one of the toughest parts, especially when you get an odd score like a 93 and you're taking it off, say, 257. Okay, so 93 off 257. One of the easiest ways I could probably say to you to do that, okay, is add 7 on and then take 100 away. Random, But that would work. The other way you can look to do it is take it from this corner. Don't be fearful of standing there using your fingers as well. Lots of people do it. If you are steady on the 60s, if you've got two guys who are steady on the 60s or two ladies who are steady on the 60s, your marking will be simple. If they aren't, you've got to do a bit of work. But don't be fearful of the mark. Okay? I will put my hand up. I have left at an event before because I didn't want to mark. I'm happy to admit that. I rung them up afterwards and I apologised to them. It's not right. If you go to an event and you're worried about marking, tell the people at the control desk, tell the organisers. They will likely to find someone to mark for you. You may have to pay them, so it may be a nominal fee of £1, maybe a pint. A lot of places used to do leave £3 or whatever the price of a pint was on the table, and then the next person come along, scoop that up, and they can mark the game. But all I'm getting across in this video is don't be frightened of the mark. Guys, thanks for watching this. If you've got any questions, obviously find me here on YouTube or find me on the social medias. Drop me a message, I'm more than happy to help. I've got loads of tips, loads of advice that I'm going to be offering out over the coming weeks. Folks, make sure you please subscribe to the channel, it really does help. Click that little notification bell as well. I'll see you all in the next video. And folks, mind your hockey. Ta-da.